Imagine you've spent your entire life in a dark movie theater, facing the screen. You see the plot, you hear the sounds, and you think, this is it. This is life. But you've never turned around to see the projector. You don't even know you're in a room. Most people die without ever realizing that everything they considered real was just a projection on a wall. Plato was the guy who first dared to stand up and look directly at the light source. And what he saw there changed the mechanics of human thought forever. Do you know that feeling when you're doing everything right? The job, the purchases, the social media, but inside there's this nagging sense that it's all a bit fake? We often chase an ideal life based on Instagram photos or get upset by criticism from people we don't even respect. This is the shadow trap. We mistake the opinion of the majority for truth and the external form for the substance. Plato faced this in the harshest way possible. His teacher, the wisest man in Athens, was executed simply because the crowd was used to thinking that way. That's when he realized, if you only trust your senses and other people's words, you are a slave in a cave. Plato thought in terms of eidos, like the blueprints in an engineer's mind. Imagine thousands of different chairs, wooden, plastic, broken. They are all imperfect and will eventually rot. But in your mind, there is the idea of the chair, eternal and unchanging. His method is intellectual X-ray vision. While everyone else looked at the object, Plato looked for the principle. He didn't ask, what is this beautiful flower? He asked, what is beauty itself? Whenever he faced a problem, he didn't dig into the messy details, he soared above them. He separated the accidental from the essential. If you take profit out of friendship, what remains? If you take the salary out of work, what is its purpose? He looked for a foundation that wouldn't crumble when the winds of change blew. For him, thinking wasn't about hoarding facts. It was a process of remembering how the world is actually structured. Honestly, sometimes this approach turns you into an insufferable snob. If you get too caught up in searching for the ideal world, you might start to despise the real one. For Plato, this led to some pretty chilling ideas about a state where everything is strictly controlled and poets are kicked out for badly copying reality. His downside was that in his search for perfect meaning, he sometimes forgot that we are flesh and blood humans who occasionally just want to sit on an imperfect wooden chair and drink coffee without contemplating higher dimensions. Let's implement one habit, the archetype search. Next time something really gets to you, like a mean comment or a project failure, don't react to the shadow. Stop and ask, which idea's shadow am I seeing right now? If it's a conflict, don't argue about the words. Ask yourself, what is the core idea here? Justice? Fear? Pride? Once you name the true idea standing behind the noise, you stop being a slave to your emotions. You step out of the cave and start seeing the system, not just the flickering shadows on the wall.